Spain is going all out to crush Catalonia's independence bid. The Spanish government has got the opposition on board to dissolve Catalonia's parliament and hold new elections in January. The Spanish Prime Minister will hold a special cabinet meeting on Saturday to announce measures for imposing direct rule over Catalonia. And this will be the first time in Spain's history that Madrid will invoke the constitution to effectively sack a regional government and call new elections.
Yo realmente con el Partido Socialista estoy de acuerdo, porque hemos llegado a un acuerdo. Por tanto, las medidas que yo presentaré mañana serán unas medidas acordadas por el Partido Popular, el Partido Socialista, Ciudadanos y el Gobierno. Luego cada uno los califica como estime oportuno y conveniente. Lo único que quiero decir ahora es que el objetivo fundamental de esas medidas es volver al cumplimiento de la ley, porque no puede haber una parte de un país donde la ley no se aplique, donde la ley no exista, y al mismo tiempo volver a la situación de normalidad institucional.
Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont has refused to announce independence, citing an overwhelming 90% vote in favour of breaking away in the referendum held earlier this month. Meanwhile, on the ground, the uncertainty continues to grow. Catalan separatists were flocking to withdraw cash in protest at the central government. The prolonged standoff has caused hundreds of companies to move their headquarters outside Catalonia and prompted the Spanish government to cut its economic growth forecast. Joining us this evening, Paul Whiteway. He's an independent diplomat and advisor to the Catalan government, with us from London. Good evening, Paul. My first question to you, what are the options before Carles Puigdemont at this point in time?
Thank you very much for inviting me to your programme. If I could just make a small correction. Independent diplomat no longer advises the Catalan government. We did so until about 2 years ago. In terms of the options going forward, it looks as though what is going to happen is that the Spanish cabinet will meet tomorrow to invoke Article 155 of the Spanish Constitution, which will involve some form of withdrawing powers from the Catalan regional administration, and may also call regional elections perhaps as early as January next year. This is a very difficult situation to confront. Mr. Puigdemont, the Catalan president, has refused to say that he's withdrawing the declaration of independence which he made following the 1st of October referendum, and he is likely, if the government goes ahead and withdraws the powers, to say that the statement of that independence has been declared will go ahead, and therefore there will be even more of a head-on collision with the Spanish state. In that situation, and if the election is called early next year, we'll have the option to decide whether or not to participate in that election. And it's quite possible that pro-independence parties in those elections will not participate, thereby undermining the legitimacy of the result. I think what we're going to see is a further period of confrontation with the Spanish state. The Spanish state also understand that in this situation, this is a very, very sort of sensitive matter. There are likely to be large-scale street demonstrations in Barcelona, and the Catalan government has quite strong grassroots support. So I think we're going to see a lot of street demonstrations. Those street demonstrations could give rise to violence. One hopes not. But when the Catalan referendum took place on the 1st of October, the Guardia Civil, the Spanish police, tried to stop it, and they used some violence in order to achieve that. So there is a risk of violence. I would say, in summary, there are no kind of easy options in front of anybody in this process, either for the Spanish government, nor indeed for the Catalan government, who are about to see their powers removed.
I want to ask you very quickly, do you fear that these Catalan leaders, including Carles Puigdemont, will be jailed? And was it, in hindsight, a mistake to walk back from the brink? He could have announced independence when he had the chance, and now the situation has deteriorated.
It's hard to know whether he'll be jailed or not. I think the Spanish government will take probably fairly measured legal steps in order to take action against the government. This is what they have done in the past when they have faced similar situations, when the Catalan government held, for example, a non-binding referendum. Former President Mas had legal action taken against him. I think in terms of whether Carlos Puigdemont had any choice in the course of action that he took after the 1st of October referendum, had he declared independence there and then unilaterally, he could have put Catalonia onto a very difficult path.
Indeed.
A UDI is not at all easy. It's pretty clear that no other country would have recognised Catalonia as an independent state. It would have been very difficult for it in its relations with financial institutions. It would have found its borders still under control of the Spanish state. It could have faced a situation where certainly the Spanish government would have insisted it would have been out of the EU in that situation. So all of this would be very difficult. In addition, from a financial point of view, it would no longer be able to claim money from the fund set up by the Spanish government to finance the regional autonomous authorities. So it would have been a very, very tough place to be.
Sure. Paul Whiteway, thanks very much.